Good afternoon and good morning. Mark Johnson from Loyalty360. Want to welcome you back to the preview series for the 2026 Loyalty360 Awards. Today, we're going to be hearing from Byron Kelly. He's the director of loyalty at WestJet. WestJet was recently announced as a finalist in the brand-to-brand program partnerships and the co-brand private label credit card offering categories. Byron, congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Fingers crossed that we, get to take home some hardware at the end of it.
I'm looking forward to seeing who does win for sure. And then it was great to hear, the co-brand presentations for sure. So, first off, when you look at your strategy behind brand-to-brand partnerships, very important right now. We've talked previously in Leaders in Customer Loyalty series about this. What are your priorities when seeking partners for the program?
Yeah, for us, it was because previously, this time 12 months ago, we had a co-brand credit card partner and that's all. So our our strategy was to introduce everyday type partners into our program. So particularly a lot of the members of the WestJet Rewards program are relatively infrequent travelers. And so to provide touch points in between those moments of travel where they could still engage with WestJet, still earn WestJet points or still redeem their WestJet points and help it expand beyond WestJet as an airline and be valuable to them in other parts of their life. That was the strategy for us. And therefore, our partners are TELUS, a telecommunication company, Skip, which is food delivery, grocery delivery service, and Canadian Tire, which is a massive behemoth of a retailer, multi-branded, that you can buy anything just about. It gives lots of reasons for members to be thinking WestJet, engaging with WestJet in between those moments of travel.
Absolutely. And how do you think these partnerships have enhanced WestJet's overall customer loyalty program?
Yeah, I think it's one providing more utility for WestJet points, so that you can use them on things beyond flight because there is a pocket of that. As well, obviously the ability to earn points for doing some everyday things that you would otherwise be doing that you can use to help get travel savings later. There is a brand association and a brand affinity there as well. One thing that's great about TELUS, Skip, and Canadian Tire is they're all truly Canadian
Right.
partners. TELUS grew up in Alberta, Skip grew up in Winnipeg, and well, Canadian Tire, it's kind of in the name. And so, particularly, I don't mean for this to be controversial, but in the last 12 months, it's, Canada and elbows up and that kind of thing. Our strategy was determined before the current climate, but national pride has been a big deal in Canada over the last 12 months. And so, being able to bring in Canadian brands like that is great news for us.
When you look at kind of the travelers who comprise the World Elite program with the co-brand, what are some insights on what those travelers get with the WestJet credit card program?
Yeah, I mean, it's the most value you can get and sort of the fastest way to get value toward travel savings and free flights. So free check bags when you fly, a companion voucher every year that allows you to bring a plus one on a trip with you. On average, folks save $585 when they use that. So that's great value. 1.5 points for every dollar you spend, 2 points in gas, grocery, a couple of other accelerator categories. So sort of boil it down. On average, somebody's going to earn probably about $500 worth of savings from the points they earn on the card every year just for spending on the card. You're going to get another 580 odd dollars of savings from using their companion voucher. You're going to get another $180 of savings from checked bags if you go on a round trip, two people. So you can sort of see that it doesn't take long before you're pretty easily, for doing nothing more than using your credit card as you normally would in traveling, getting $1,000 or more worth of savings per year. And throw on top of that all the other things like the insurances that come with the credit card and the access to Dragon Pass Lounge network, etc. There's a ton of value there.
What can attendees expect to learn from your presentation at the Loyalty Expo coming up in May? And maybe what's one key takeaway they can take back home to their program and get it rolling?
Yeah, I think it was sort of paint the picture about why we've done what we've done with the brand-to-brand partnerships, sort of what was the case for change, if you like, and what we're trying to do there and the role that they can play. And then I think even some of the results, that we're seeing, and it's still relatively early days. Our first partner only launched in October, but just to get a sense of the breadth that these partnerships can provide to help engage members into your program who otherwise may not have had that opportunity. So yeah, we'll be happy to share some sort of linking numbers and how many people are earning and burning and all that sort of thing, just to give a sense that, hey, if I plug some everyday type partners and make them part of my ecosystem, how can that broaden the engagement of my program with my members?
Well, great. Byron, thank you very much for taking the time to join us today. It was great getting to know a little bit more about the program. Looking forward to seeing you in Orlando, May 12th to the 14th. And I think your presentation is on Thursday, the 14th. So it should be great to meet you and great to hear that session for sure. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see you down in Orlando.
Absolutely. And for all our listeners, you can still watch Byron's virtual presentation. We have that up for the next week. So go to l360awards.com to check that out. Details should be in the comment section below. And also check out the Loyalty Expo. Looking forward to seeing everyone in Orlando next week. So thank you very much and have a great day.